Part of the hero's journey is when they get into the dungeon, the dragon's lair, the final boss, they face it. They're facing that. Should I commit? Should I go all the way? Should I jump in? By now I've been through so much pain and struggle and suffering in my life. Does it make sense to just give up and die here? Or do I figure something out? Do I let go of the end result and just push forward and do what I know is the right thing to do and take the actions that I was designed to do, put on this planet to do? Like the Buddhists, they call it dharma, your purpose, or your calling, the thing you're meant to do in this world, the change you're supposed to create so that others can experience that which you were sent here to do. That part, usually in most movies, the hero dies. We've seen movies where the hero dies, right? And then right afterwards, after the tears are shed, there's usually at least one tear shed in that moment, and the hero comes back. There's a change, though. The hero comes back, they're a different person. They now have a certain stature. They have a certain will. They have a certain clarity, a certain understanding of where they belong. And the actions they take are no longer the weak actions they took in the past. They're now more intentional. They're now more aware. The actions they take are now more impactful. That's what this weekend is. After this, just like every movie, you have to go back to the people you knew before. Right? You've heard this. You've been to these events before. You know what's happening in here with the changes you're experiencing, the death, the rebirth, this new opportunity, the coming back with the elixir, right? Coming back with the thing you discovered, the new tool, right? The new opportunity you acquired that makes you different from every other realtor, content creators out there. That new asset, you now have to bring it back to your people because they've not gone through the transformation you have. And they won't quite understand it, so you've got to meet them where they are. Are you willing to take this challenge on? Are you willing to do what it takes to be the person for your community when you go back? It takes a level of commitment. It takes a level of intensity. It's not being the same person. By the way, there's nothing wrong with the way you are today, or the way you have been, unless you believe you'd like different results. There's nothing wrong. One of my friends, he was a coach for Tony Robbins for 3 years, and he helps us build millionaires. He occasionally says something that I love. He says, I love you for who you are and for who you are not. And I want to say that to you because no matter what, whether you stay on this mission and you go and you change the world, or you decide to fall into somebody who who you truly are not, I want you to know that it's your choice and it's nobody else's. Nobody gets to tell you what you want to do, who you want to be. But if you believe that you could be more, then I think you should. And I say should without shitting on you. Let's take questions. Questions on investing or, by the way, I will say I learned a lot from Karen about YouTube, and I have not done it all. So I do want to say I became a multimillionaire without having tons of subscribers, but I did send a video out that made me $1 million. One video. And I didn't send it to strangers. I sent it to a very curated list of people, and I just said, hey, watch this video. Raised $1 million. So what you're learning is so important, you're just not using it right. It's kind of like getting the tools and the skills and then going into battle with a spoon instead of the sword. Go ahead.
Okay, so question. I had a lead who found me on my YouTube channel. Yay.
Let's give her a round of applause.
Yay.
It works.
I was doing new construction videos in my city. So anyways, he's a builder. And he was looking into buying a piece of land and asked me if I knew about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. So long story short, that piece of land didn't work for him. But he told me at the end of the conversation, and I was like, I don't know what to do, where he said, if my total all-in is $700K, land, electrical, septic, the building of the house, I want the land to be 20% of that total cost. And he goes, if you can find that for me and I build it, I'm going to have you list it. And I'm going, that sounds great, but I don't know how to research those numbers if that makes any sense, because I don't know how much it costs to put electrical on a property, and
what's your name?
What a septic. Danae Hewitt from Dallas-Fort Worth.
Danae Hewitt. Let's give Danae a round of applause. This is the lesson I discovered this week while I was hanging out with Trish and Michelle. I realized that this lesson, every realtor in this room, if you learn it, when you learn it, will change your business and change this industry.
Okay.
Ask the investor. They know.
What?
They're smarter than you. This is the problem. This is the problem I had as a realtor. I didn't realize the investors actually knew more than I knew. They do it actually professionally. We're just licensed. But their bottom line, like you ask that investor, say, hey, what is that number? What are your hard costs? And then what would the land have to be? The investor knows. He's thinking you know because you got the license. But if you are humble enough to ask the investor, hey, what is that number for you? Because by the way, that number will change for every investor ever. There is no set number. What is that number for you? Now that investor feels heard. Like you're listening to him. Well, like no other realtor on the planet will listen to an investor and ask them that number. So when you say, hey, what is your number? That investor now feels like a human being instead of just a client. And they'll go into, here's how I evaluate my shit. Here's how it's done. And they will respect you for that.
That sounds so easy.
I know.
But I really left the conversation going,
It's easy if you're humble, right? It's easy if you're humble, but it's not easy if you're some new licensed agent who thinks they got to know everything and is like trying to tell investors what to do. Because think about it, when we work with retail buyers, we have to be the authority. But when we work with investors, these are ego-driven, typically men, very high-powered people. Yep. Like I told Dorina all the time, like I need some feminine energy right now because I've been out there being a little bitch to these guys. Like I've been like, whatever you want, you know. So like it's hard, right? As a guy, I'm just like, whatever you would like, sir. Yes, of course. Is that the number now? What else would you know? So it is difficult, and I understand this for every one of you. It is difficult to listen to your clients and ask what they want. But when it's an investor, they're so specific they will tell you. And then they will love you for listening.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a ton of sense. I need to call him.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Let's give her a round of applause.
Can I dovetail on her?
Kelly, dovetail!
Because that was such a great question, and I'm just curious, like, what if you've got an investor who's going into a territory or a market that they don't actually have that information. Like they've done all of their deals in Idaho and now they're going to do something in Nebraska or whatever, you know? Yeah. Like they don't know those numbers.
Kelly, that's perfect. So for each realtor in this market, you must know your numbers. It's non-negotiable, right? You must know the numbers in your market. The easiest way to do that is find local investors who are already investing and take them out to lunch or breakfast and ask them, hey, what's going on? In fact, how I build millionaires, the easiest way we do it, we call it the recession-proof challenge. I actually teased Karen. I said, like, I usually charge $1,000 for this, but if they buy your program, I will give it for free. It's a 21-day challenge where I show agents how to contact 100 millionaires in your market who own real estate, the real estate millionaires in your market, and how to take them out to lunch. And if you do that, Kelly, then you not only have access to 100 relationships who might sell their real estate with you, by the way, because we can't take it with us. We're just stewards. We can only hold it for a time. They might lend on some of your clients' deals, or they may become powerful mentors for you to connect your clients with, so that your clients start being like, I buy real estate because this person who owns 10 houses told me to do it this way. And the realtor who connected me is the only one I do deals with. Right? Because network is so important. They need their mentors. So that, to me, is the easiest answer, is to just connect them with the local mentors. You don't have to be the genius, but hang with those mentors and eventually you will. Eventually you'll be able to do what I do. Yes?
So do you extend that offer to already existing members of Karen's?
I will let Karen make that decision. If they pay today at this weekend, I will say yes. Because this is a part of the elixir, right? It's part of the rule of the game is you must put skin in the game today in order for me to know you're still serious.
We've already put skin in the game, but before.
How long ago are we talking? If it was 2 years ago, I don't count that shit.
No, several months ago.
Fresh blood?
Yeah.
Fresh blood. Okay. Yes.
Anyway, so my question was, what was that video that you made that made you $1 million?
It was an investor video. It was an investor presentation on the property that I was investing in. I did a rendition, just like we do with video here. I sent it out to a Fiverr person, and they did a video rendition of the building it was going to be. And then the investors came in. I just sent the video to investors, and they said, I want to invest in that. And I did all the catering of that video the same way I would with the YouTube video, except minus the sound and the music effects because they're investors. But I did all the other, you know, PowerPoint presentation, and it worked. And you raised millions of dollars doing that. Great question. Let's give her a round of applause. Good questions. We having fun? Yeah. We learning? Yeah. All right, I'm learning edutainment from Karen. So she's first.
So
I got 2 minutes? No, it says I got 1 minute and 22 seconds. Yeah. I'm over? Oh, no, I got 2 minutes. You're the last one.
really quickly,
Receive the best for last.
are you only working with residential or commercial or both?
I don't say no to any money, but I do market
What's this-
myself as multifamily.
Okay. And you work with international investors?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Let's give her a round of applause. Great
I'm a
question.
commercial agent.
Let's go.